These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses friend when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses friend when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses friend when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses friend when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses friend when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses friend when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big cause I'm on my champagne. And I'm throwing them hits on my champagne. And keep throwing them hits cause I'm on my champagne. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. These niggas about to make a whole lot of money. I like all my kisses friend when I'm on my champagne. Everybody turn around taking them big cause I'm on my champagne.
For your invitation to experience the clink, the chaos, and all of the empowerment you desire.
There's a secret in the bottle, the bottle, the bottle. I just can't get
A little
enough.
clink with chaos, you know we got some. Hella hood with class, baby, I'm doing one. Come sip and savor so we can spill some. And if you lost your way, we'll leave the light on.
There's a secret in the bottle, the bottle, the bottle. I just can't get enough.
Champagne secrets. Champagne gang, FizzFam, Confidante. Welcome to the chalet located in the Champagne City, baby. How y'all doing on today? Y'all ready for the show? Let me see who's in the house. What it do, Zach? Progressive one. What it do, Zach? Y'all, we're going to get ready to get into it. If you were here on last night, then you know we are talking about Sexxy Red. Lord have mercy. This generation. I've been praying and asking God, what direction do we need to take in order to turn this thing around? Because it's going to take God, and it's going to take those of us who are called by God, those of us who want to step up and be an example, those of us who want to show the youth a different way, kind of be the change you want to see instead of just talking about it. What do y'all think? Because little do we know, our youth are in trouble. They have no coping skills. Hold on one second. Let me get our background music going. There we go. But they have no coping skills. None. They don't understand no. They don't understand not now. They don't understand wait. They want everything quick, fast, and in a hurry. This is the defiant generation. The generation where it's my way. I want to do what I want to do. The generation that doesn't understand trouble until they bump into trouble. This is that. That generation. And it's sad. It's sad that we have such a highly sexualized society. It's sad. It's sad that these are the young ladies that our young ladies are looking up to. A Sexxy Red. This is the new age role model for the youth. Sexxy Red, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Our babies are in trouble. And we don't see it because our heads are so stuck in the clouds. We're so busy trying to live vicariously through them because low-key, some of us feel like they're doing what we wish we could have done. And since we couldn't, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy you doing it. I'm going to celebrate you because you represented what I wanted but couldn't have. I don't know, because mama told you better cover up when you leave out the house. I don't know, maybe because there was no such thing as wearing a halter top at 12. Booty shorts at 10. There was no such thing as that. Because they taught us to have morals. They taught us to have a foundation. They taught us to have standards. They taught us stuff like, baby, make sure every time you leave out your house, your underwear are clean. Because you never know what may happen. And you don't want to have to come out your clothes and they see your underwear are dirty. My granny would always say, baby, sugar, make sure you keep Sally clean. Keep Sally clean. Because you never know what may happen, sugar. You know they taught you standards. Who's teaching standards now? when our young women want to be like this? Who's teaching standards? When our kids are so turned on by the whole culture that that's all they want. This is what they aspire to. It would be a difference if this music was marketed towards adults, grown folk. But this isn't marketed towards grown folk. It's marketed towards children. Let me show you some. Yesterday we were talking about her lip gloss names. If you were marketing for adults, you would be marketing lipstick, glossy lipstick. Lip gloss is marketed to youth, not too much adults. The same girl who went to perform Pound Town in a high school. You know, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown, that one. These are the names of her lip gloss line that's marketed to the young people. These are the names. Coochie juice, booty hole brown, nut, ussy hole pink, yellow discharge, gonorrhea, blue balls, X on my period. Sure, because that's probably going to make the kids want to try it to see what it's like, since Sexxy Red put it on the box, right? But we don't see a problem with this, because this is probably going to fly off of the shelf. And our young girls are going to be running around talking about, girl, what color you got on, nut? What color you got on, yellow discharge? Because everything's a joke. Everything's funny. Every name on this box is advertising sex. How would you know about Uchi juice? I don't know, because you have to have sex to find it out. Booty hole brown. Nut, sexual term. Ussy hole pink, sexual term. So this is still selling sex to our youth, to our children, to our babies. And we're okay with this. Just let these kids do them. Really? Our kids from the age of 2-3 years old can quote lyrics to Sexxy Red, but can't read or write, failing in school, and we don't see a problem with this. Check this out really quick.
Are talking about the poor behavior of Gen Alpha students, and some of y'all are finally starting to believe us when it comes to how much we've missed the mark on raising these kids right. Because I have gray in my hair and I'm 36 years old, people tend to tune me out as soon as I open my mouth when I start talking about these issues we're seeing in the classroom with our kids these days. So before I go on, why don't we review some of the evidence from some of the other creators on this app who might be a little bit more of a relatable age.
This is my folder of crying teachers, and they are confused and frightened by the behavior of Gen Alpha. They're saying Gen Alpha is defiant, aggressive, disrespectful, and rude.
Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom.
Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but these kids are... I'm going to just say this. I teach 7th grade. They are still performing on the 4th grade level.
I'm a middle school teacher. I'm also 22 years old. And I will tell you, by far, we are doomed. Like, these kids do not care. Like, I have kids, all they want to do all day long is get high. Like,
I need to ask millennials, why are your kids so awful? And more importantly, why do you think it's so funny? Your kids cannot read. They cannot write. They are ill-mannered.
I've been trying to sound the alarm about Gen Alpha students and their poor behavior in their classrooms, as well as their literacy problems, since May of last year. But because of my age and how I look, every time I make a video about these topics, I'll get people that have never worked with kids or have never spent a day in the classroom as an educator give me lines like, well, you're just old and jaded. If you don't like it and you can't handle it, quit and find another job. Kids have always been like this. Nothing's new in 2023. And then we've got the droves of people that are trying to blame it on COVID and trying to blame it on the lockdown. Us not having any sympathy or empathy for students with special needs, even though I never talk about those types of students. And I'm always talking about general population students and the fact that this is an overarching problem with every single kid, even the high achievers, even the ones that don't need IEPs, even the ones that are highly socialized and have a lot of resources coming from home. Teachers that have been in this for 1, 2, 3 years are seeing it and they are talking about it. Teachers that are veterans like me that have been in the classroom for over a decade or 2 or 3 or nearing retirement are also saying the same thing. Your children are missing the mark on discipline. They're missing the mark on education standards. They're missing the mark on literacy. They're missing the mark on socialization. We can blame it on COVID. We can blame it on iPads raising our kids. We can blame it on the fact that kids don't socialize with each other enough. We can blame it on the economy and the fact that parents don't have time to help their kids learn how to read or don't have time to take their kids to the park anymore. We can blame it on all of those things, or we can blame it on none of those things. But it sounds like we're starting to get into a consensus here amongst educators that we have a real problem. And some of y'all need to stop making excuses. You're just blaming the kids. You're just so mean. No, we are not. The problem is that we have this generation of parents that doesn't want to take accountability for not doing what they need to do to raise kids that are self-sufficient, that are socialized, or kind. And no, it's not the kids' fault. And why does it seem like teachers are the only ones that are talking about it? The people that are talking about it are the ones that work with the kids and not the ones that are raising the kids. Gen Alpha have been raised to believe that they are grown folks, that they can speak to whoever they want, however they want, that violence is the answer. Gen Alpha students are raised in a world that tells...
Press pause. Somebody please find the lie for me. Find the lie. These babies are raised to believe that they can do what they want to do. No one can tell them no. They don't have to listen to anyone. The answer is fighting. That's what they're raised to believe. Because it's in everything. Network after network after network popping up. What is it showing? Fight, fight, fight. Fight Club USA. All the networks. And every new one that pops up is trying to outdo the old one with more fighting. Who can have the best fight scenes? Who can make the most money? Making y'all act a damn fool. And we cheered on. That's exactly why I stopped covering it. because I saw where it was going. I saw it. My highest watched video was a video I did on Rolly getting her surgeries. 3,800 views. All the others, guess what? Covering baddies. Covering baddies. These kids only know how to answer with their fists. And because nobody's stopping it, all we do is pull out our cameras, record, put it online. Viral moment. That nobody's thinking about the damage that can be done to the children. No one. No one. And it's sad.
Them that it's okay to be as nihilistic and individualistic as possible, that they don't have to care about anything or anyone, that they can speak to anybody however they want to speak to them, even though they're only 10, 11, or 12 years old. Most importantly, they are being conditioned to believe that they are immune to consequences, that there are no consequences to their poor behavior, to their rudeness, to their lack of care in completing tasks and doing well in school. They just don't care. Is this us demonizing kids for fun? No, it's not. The people that are talking about this are genuinely concerned. We are frightened for these kids. And if you're sitting back saying, oh my God, poor babies, like, I wish you would just quit talking about them because you're just being mean and it's not even helpful because kids are just kids, you are doing them absolutely a disservice to their future. This is not just an old people complaining about young people problem anymore. Young people in Generation Z, young teachers who are seeing the same thing I'm seeing with my two eyeballs are talking about the same thing. You can call it an old folks complaining about young folks thing. Why are you demonizing millennial parents? Why are you demonizing Gen Alpha kids? Or you can step back and look at it from our perspective and say, gee, I wonder why there's so many people talking about the same thing. I wonder why there's so many teachers that are concerned about the same thing. We cannot even begin to talk about solutions until we admit there's a problem. Most of you whom are parents, because y'all are the ones that matter, I don't even care about the ones who are just trolls and are sitting back saying, school doesn't matter, yap, 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 mayor of Yapville, who cares? I don't care about you either. I'm talking to parents. If you are not ready to admit that there's a problem here, we cannot get anywhere near even talking about the solutions. We cannot raise a generation of kids that are this tuned out, that are this rude, that are this violent to each other, to adults, to people younger than them. We just can't do it.
No lies told. But their influence is Sexxy Red. They're failing. They have nasty attitudes. All they want to do is fight. I showed you the videos yesterday. They're getting pregnant younger and younger, 11 and 12 years old. When we were 11 and 12, I was playing with Barbies, Cabbage Patch dolls. Outside, jumping rope, climbing trees, climbing fences. These kids is talking about sex, rapping about sex. And because the parents see an opportunity at money, I'm willing to allow my child to join the whole culture for $1. So we pimping out our kids because that's what you're doing when you tell them this is okay as children. Come on now. Can't read or write, but know all of her lyrics. And this is what she supports. We gotta do better. Check out this video so that we can lighten it up a little bit. That I saw on TikTok where this guy is giving the differences between 80s, 90s, and 2000s kids, because these kids is different. They definitely different from the 70s. And I'm a 70s baby. These children are different. I promise you. But check this out.
That is my sexy dancing angel. Your food is ready.
Okay, mommy.
Okay.
Thank you, mommy.
How I wish they make 1 million of you.
Kids born in the 90s.
Devil, didn't you realize there's no trash bag in there? Are you normal? Are you suffering from dementia? Do I have to remind you this every time? One of these days, I'm going to donate you. Will you fix that ugly face? Uncivilized devil.
Kids born in the 2000s.
Hey, is that the trash can?
Mama, it's next to the trash can.
No, it is next to your useless father.
Pick it up. Peace in this house. Come on.
There is no trash bag in there. What did I tell you about that?
Mama, it's in the trash can.
I am not blind. I said put a trash bag in there.
I wasn't the last person to take the trash out. The person that took the trash out should have replaced the bag.
Stop talking and do it.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Oh my God.
Just look at you. Are you possessed by a disco dancing demon? I hope he's coming out to help you.
It's child abuse. This is affecting me mentally.
It will soon affect you physically. Put the bag in the trash can.
I don't want a panic attack.
You can have a demon attack for all I care. I'll be waiting. Welcome back. The trash bag.
I'm not doing it. I'm not moving out of this house.
You can move in with the devil. I don't care.
Kids born in the 80s.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Thank you.
Welcome. You need any candy?
Nah, I'm good. Thank you.
Good boy, good boy, good boy.
Kids born in the 90s.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Can you please raise your shirt?
Hold on.
Steady. Steady. Are you alright?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright.
Kids born in the 2000s.
Are you ready?
For what?
For your injection. This one should help. Steady.
Mommy! I need my mother here. Mommy, where's my mother?
Steady.
Kids born in the 80s.
Just look at my sexy, amazing, hard-working angel.
Thank you, mommy.
Lunch is ready.
Okay, mommy. I'll just finish putting the dishes away, then I'll come and join you.
Awesomeness. I'll be
Okay,
waiting.
mommy.
Thank you, Jehovah, for blessing me with this amazing, angelic kid.
Mommy, can I do
Uh-huh.
a sexy, angelic moonwalk for
Oh
you?
yeah, it's been a while. Let me
Okay,
see that
mommy.
sexy, angelic moonwalk again. Give it to them. Give it to them, sexy. Oh my God, look at the gliding. This is better than Michael Jackson.
Thank you, mommy. Okay, mommy, let me get this done real quick and I'll be right out there with you.
How I wish they make a million of you. Wow, an angelic jump.
Kids born in the 90s.
Ma, is lunch ready?
Yeah, but put the plates away so that you can come and join me.
Ma, do you want me to do it right now?
No, next millennium. Ungrateful mosquito.
No, ma, what if I'm done eating before?
And put the dishes away. Tasmania devil.
It's a lot of plates.
I know. I was feeding your best friend the devil and his disciples. Idiot. If you break my plates, I will break your brain. Bipolar demon. Try it.
I was just joking.
Okay, Mr. Funny Joker, wearing red like an unfaithful demon on Valentine's Day. Keep pissing me off, and I will donate you to Salvation Army. I don't even think they want you.
Kids born in the 2000s.
Ma.
What, Cyrus?
Is lunch ready?
Yes, empty the dishwasher. Put the dishes away.
Ma, can I just eat first?
No, put the dishes away.
Mama, I am not the one who did the dishes.
Of course, you useless demonic housefly.
Oh my God.
Devil, stop calling the Lord's name in vain.
Why are you trying to starve me? I am not the one who did the dishes.
Cyrus, put the dishes away and come and have your lunch.
You know what? I'll just use this styrofoam plate.
I don't care what you use. My dishes needs to be put away. You can even eat in your palm.
This is too much work and I am starving.
Nice to meet you, starving. Put my dishes away.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, mommy.
I am sorry. I'm legally blind. I cannot see.
I only use one plate out of this. I didn't use all this.
When
Y'all tell me they lying. Tell me they are lying. Because listen, my grandson and my nieces and nephews stress me out. Do y'all hear me? Because they're 2000s babies. There is definitely a difference between kids born in the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. Tell me there is not a difference between babies born in the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. Because I see a difference. These 2000s kids is sensitive. That's why they out here acting a fool, because they so sensitive. What's going on, ECB? Welcome to the chalet. Cause y'all, what? These babies is different. But it was some of our fault. It was. I can't even lie. Some of us as parents messed up. And that's why these kids are the way they are. Some of us got to take accountability because we was too busy trying to be in the club. We was too busy trying to run up under ninjas. We was too busy trying to get check after check from welfare. There was a difference. Big difference. These kids want everything fast and in a hurry. They want free. They want little effort. They don't want to put the work in. And when they have to put the work in, that's when they start acting a fool. I was watching a video today. A boy unalived his mom, tried to unalive his dad, but the dad survived because they took his game system away. So he got the pew and he popped his mom and his dad because they took a game. I can go through my YouTube history for the stories that I be looking up. And ECB, I still need you to send me that one story you was telling me about the girl and witchcraft. I still need that. But I can look through the stories, my history. All the kids that's flipping out, unaliving their parents, unaliving their friends, setting up their friends, unaliving siblings. I just looked at one, a 14-year-old unalived, no, I think he was 12, unalived his 9-year-old cousin over her cell phone, her iPhone. Where these kids even getting hands on weapons like this? But see, this is what people don't understand. Defiance doesn't stop at one thing. Once they see they can be defiant in one area, then all of a sudden they realize they can be defiant in another. Then they can be defiant in another. It's always an escalation. Until you've gone so far that you can't come back. Always an escalation.
Whether you use it or not, I am the commander-in-chief, the president, your God. You will do what I ask you to do, idiot.
You are a narcissist. Oh, God, I'm gonna have a panic attack.
You can have a demon attack for all I can. Hey, don't get my dishes pregnant. Just look at this demonic drama queen. And the demonic actor of the year goes to welcome back. Put my dishes away.
I can't do this already. I can't do this too much, man.
Serious, you are just wasting time. Put the dishes away. Look at that. Oh my God. Put the dishes away and come and have your lunch. I have all day, all millennium. Hey!
This is child abuse. This is affecting me mentally.
It will soon affect you physically. Uncivilized devil. Bye.
I'm gonna kill my phone.
I dare you to touch that phone. I dare you. I'll send you to your maker. Demonic fufu.
Kids born in the 80s.
Oh, just listen to that sexy angelic voice. Better than Michael Jackson. Oh. Angelic moonwalk. I love it. I love it. So sexy. Go, sexy. You are doing such an amazing job. Thank you, mommy. You are welcome. Okay, mommy. I'll finish very, very soon. Oh, no rush. Take your time. The snow is so white and pure, just like his heart. Are you cold? Oh, mommy, I am not cold at all. I am filled with the Holy Spirit and it makes me feel so warm. How I wish they make a million of you. Let me know when you're done cleaning
Kids
the car.
born in the 90s.
Okay, mommy, now what do you want me to do? Come and stick it in my nose. Okay. I dare you, Lucifer. Are you psychologically sound? Didn't you ask for a ride? You better clean the snow off the car and fix that ugly face before you ruin my car. Demonic fufu. Scratch my car and I will scratch your destiny. Jehovah, stay there. This demonic homo sapien is about to make me commit a sin. But mommy, you know it's cold, right? Shut up! Just look at this uncivilized devil. Where you come from in hell, it is always hot. You better enjoy the cold.
Kids born in the 2000s.
Just look at this Antichrist disciple. What do you want me to do? Grab the broom. Huh? Your useless father is, Take off that stupid headphone. Constipated cockroach. What? I said grab the broom. And do what with it? Sit on it and fly to the North Pole, idiot. Elsa is waiting for you there. You want a ride? in the car and I
Come
will
on,
give
mommy,
you a ride.
it's too cold. It's too cold.
Says the devil.
Why don't you order Uber, Lyft, or a taxi?
Call the devil. He has wings. He can fly you to everywhere you want.
It's too cold. It's too cold. I don't want to be out here. Or just call Mr. Wilson to borrow you his car.
I would have called your useless father, but he has no car.
You are such a narcissist. It's too cold for this shit. I want to...
Y'all tell me that's not these kids. Please tell me that's not this generation. Please don't ask them to wash no dishes. Please. But I didn't do all of this. But I ain't ate since last night. But I washed my bowl this morning. But I didn't waste nothing on the floor. Please tell me that's not these 99 and 2000 kids. It don't make no sense. Goodness gracious, that these kids are so defiant. But what we don't realize is the music teaches them defiance. The music literally teaches them to go against everything their parents have instilled in them. And if the parents haven't instilled anything in them, they're instilling it in them what they want to be in there. Come on now. Music is more than just music. It has an effect. Just like TV shows with our kids, they have an effect. My son, when he was young, at one point of time, he would stomp through the house talking about, I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm mad. And I'm like, what the hell? Where did this child get this from? So one day I'm sitting down and I'm doing my goddaughter's hair, and this show comes on, and it's called Neo Kailan. And this little monkey on the show, whenever he get an attitude about something or can't get his way, he's stomping around talking about, I'm mad. I'm mad. I said, oh, is this where my son got this shit from? I'm finna write a letter. This show finna get some kids messed up, stomping around the house talking about you mad every time you can't get your way. So if TV shows can be impressionable on these kids, what do you think the music is doing? Absolutely, Niecy B. These kids don't want to clean up. They don't. They'd rather lay in filth. And I don't get it. Sometimes you look at your kids and you be like, who raised you? Clearly it wasn't me. I don't know how we transitioned into the whole dimension, but I want to go back. I want to go back. I want to go back to when ladies weren't hoes. They were ladies. And if you had a little hoe behavior, you kept it a secret. These kids are out front with it. They tell you it's okay to sleep with 5 and 6 in one night. Two and 3-year-olds walking around singing, get it sexy, get it sexy. Not knowing what the doggone song represents. F me good, I'm throwing it back. Get it sexy. But you're letting your 2 and 3-year-olds sing this while they're twerking. So you're teaching your young children, your young impressionable daughters, to sexualize themselves at young ages. And I know people are going to say, well, that's just music. They're innocent. They don't know anything about that yet. But why would you want that spirit even attached or associated with your child, your young, impressionable child? Why? Why would you even want that? Why would you want a song with those kind of lyrics being sung by your children? Hell, when we was young, we sung the stuff too, but we hid and did it. I wish we would have played some bump and grind in my mama house. Are you sick? But these kids no longer fear their parents. Because the reason the kids is messed up in school is because the parents let them be. You got parents out here that believe when the kids is in school, they're your responsibility. Don't call me. And get an attitude when you call them. Want to fight you when you call them about their child. As if they don't already know that little nuck is bad as hell. Come on now. This generation is different.
Stay in the house. I'm not going anymore. Well, just clean the car for me. Get the snow off. I used to think you demons are hardworking. This is child abuse. This is affecting me mentally. It will soon affect you physically. Continue. Just clean the snow off the car. It's too cold, man. I don't want to do this. I hate you. Oh, God. I'm going to have a panic attack. You can have a demon attack for all I care. I will be waiting. Oh, so you are possessed by a demonic MC Hammer. I'm waiting for you. Welcome back. Clean the snow off my car. I'm not doing Constipated cockroach, ungrateful mosquito. Sometimes I wonder, me not taking those abortion pills, was it a good decision?
Kids born in the 80s.
There goes my hard-working angel. Thank you, Mommy. I'll put this right in the kitchen. Dinner is ready. Thank you, Mommy. How I wish they make 1 million of you.
Kids born in the 90s.
Will you shut my door? You are wasting the heat. Devil. Your shoes, come on. If the devil allows you to walk around on his carpet with your stupid shoe every day, it's not going to happen in my house. So you are blind. You didn't see a case of water there. Sorry, Ma. Ma, where should I put it? On my nose, idiot. Don't you know where the water goes? Uncivilized devil.
Kids born in the 2000s.
What the hell? Who left this here? Hey, devil, what the hell is going on here? With your clothes, your school bag, and you're telling me you did not see a whole case of water. You just grabbed one. Go and put the case of water in the kitchen, idiot. Mama, I didn't leave this here. I didn't drink it. But you are drinking it, right?
I'm just drinking one bottle. That's all I need. One bottle and that's it. I don't even like drinking water.
You can drink acid for all I can. Pick that case out and put it in the kitchen.
Can I have some peace of mind? Why are you like this?
Just pick the case up and go put it in the kitchen.
I didn't leave this
Your
here.
useless father left it there. It's only two of us in this house.
This is child abuse. This is affecting me mentally.
It will soon affect you physically if I walk out
Move
there.
out of this house.
I hope that is the devil coming out of you to help you pick the water up and pack your clothes.
No, I'm not picking it up. I don't even like this clothes and this bag. I don't like anything. I want to move out of this house.
My friend, you can move out. I found a baby raccoon I can give you a room to. Just get the hell out of my house. Idiotic vagabond.
Kids
Tell me that ain't the truth, y'all. These kids are out of control. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want you to tell them nothing. They think they have the mysteries of the universe all figured out. They don't want God. They want to form their own God. Half of them think they are God. They don't want wisdom. They don't want wise instruction. They don't want hard work. They don't want to fall in love. They don't want meaningful relationships. They don't. All they want to do is fight and fruck. That's it. That's it. Because that's all in the music. And every new artist that comes out wants to fall right in line with the one before. Sex sells right now. So instead of being my own brand, I'm just going to jump on the train. I'm going to sell my soul just like they sold theirs. Because everybody has a price. No, everybody doesn't. If some of us took the time right now to look back and say, if I had no morals, if I had no integrity, if I could go back 5 years, would I be a millionaire right now? Abso-fucking-lutely. But some of us have morals. Some of us have integrity. Some of us want to be able to look at ourselves in the morning. Some of us don't want to have to be looking over our shoulder every 20 minutes, 2 minutes. So we sit back and trust God to turn it around. This young generation is all about get the bag, get the bag, get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. How about get some wisdom, some knowledge? How about developing your character? You know, that's a word that we don't discuss too often. Character. How about developing our emotional EQ so that we can handle a no? We can handle a breakup. These kids either want to lose their mind during a breakup and unalive themselves or unalive the partner. Because they have no coping skills. They do not understand no. They do not understand constructive criticism. There's a difference between constructive criticism and judgment. If I look at you and the outfit that you have on and I tell you, you know what, baby girl, that outfit that you have on may not be fit for the specific boardroom that you're trying to walk into. That's not judgment. Number one, it's a fact. Number two, it's constructive criticism. But this day and age, everything is judging. You're judging her. No, we're telling the facts. The facts is Sexxy Red sells sex to the younger generation. Yeah, she has older people that like her stuff too. But the majority of Sexxy Red lovers is probably 30 and under. All the way under. I saw 2- and 3-year-olds on TikTok singing her song. I just wasn't gonna put the babies on the channel. 2- and 3-year-olds singing Sexxy Red song. And the parents all behind it. You know why? Because the parents is 13 and 14 and 15 and 16. So you and your baby are gonna grow up together. But the problem with that is they're growing up together with no role models. That's the sad part. No mentors. Nobody with no sense. Nobody who's telling them how to set boundaries. What to stay away from. What not to run to. What to watch out for. How you gonna teach that if you a baby yourself? Come on, y'all. So a few women I saw on TikTok were talking about how they feel about Sexxy Red and what she's doing to the young community. And I want y'all to take a look at this.
The destroying of the black woman image. They was already had us under attack, and she was here to just finalize the process. The way they trying to force her on us is just crazy. Like, I wanted to go see Drake, but once I found out Drake had her opening for him, absolutely not. Absolutely not am I going to support anything that thing is behind. I'm not supporting it, right? This is the reason why it's time to separate. It's time to separate as black women. Because ain't no way I'm about to be associated with that and Suki Stankiana. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you feel. At this point, separation has to happen. It's one thing to make trashy music. That is a different level of trash. That's a different level of trash. Kaya's My Neck, My Back, it was bad. Trina and Trick Daddy's You Know Nan, it was bad. But that's a different level of dirty stank music, right? It's just a different level. Like, it ain't never been that bad. There is lyrically nothing that this woman is saying. She's just saying a bunch of vulgar, disgusting, nasty stuff. It's not even music, right? And this is why I know that she's an industry plant. It is not music at this point, right? It's just saying how much nasty, vulgar stuff she can come up with out of her mouth and how disgusting and distasteful she could present herself in public to help destroy the black woman image, right? Trying to portray it as if we all Pookeishas. And if you don't think that this is successful, just look at what hip hop and stuff did to black men and how it had people stereotyping black men as criminals and thugs, right? Even to this day, black men are still fighting to get away from that stereotype. But as of now, black women are under attack because this Pookeisha image that's being pushed is what they trying to define us by. You ain't gonna define me by that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. If they want to be ratchet, stank, ghetto, promote that, do you, right? And the sector of girls who fall under that category and that aesthetic, have fun with it. I don't want no parts. And the other halfway decent women don't want no parts of it either. Like, this whole narrative that's being pushed that all black women are so hypersexual because every time you cut on your radio, every time you cut on your TV, all you see is these over hypersexual black women. That is bad. That is bad, and y'all don't understand what that can lead to. The same way promoting thugs and criminals hurt black men because it led to a stereotype of making people believe that all black men were that, is the same way this will hurt black women and making people believe that we are all over hypersexual, right? And you don't even see the bigger picture, but it's very much problematic. No other community uplifts the worst of their community. You will never see non-black women uplift trailer park trash and allow women who trailer park trash to be the face of them. You'll never let them see them tarnish their image that way, right? But not us. Not us.
She told no lies. Told no lies. There is no way in hell you're going to find the Rockefellers being represented by trailer park trash in their eyes. No way in hell. But this is what we allow out front to represent us. Just throwing sex everywhere. Everything is sex. Everything is screw this nigga, screw that one, screw this one, screw that one. From Nicki to Cardi to Megan. But see, the difference is you don't see them trying to get, now I don't remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen them trying to go into a high school to sing their music in a high school. I haven't seen that. But Sexxy Red did. Pound Town. Thugging with my rounds. My coochie pink. My booty hole brown. To high school students. And when she went, she smelled like weed. And they wouldn't allow her in. So she decided, since she couldn't have the concert on the inside, she was going to have the concert on the outside. Dancing and twerking in front of the high school kids, smelling like weed, singing her songs that promote sex. 2 young high schoolers, and people don't think she's a plant. She has been planted to push a narrative. You mean to tell me out of all the music that has come out, her music went number 1? I was flibustered, flued out in shambles. Because how? Her songs are just a bunch of words put together, as the young lady said, in the most vulgar ways possible. Because when I heard it, I said, whoa, when did this become the narrative? And now it's everywhere. When did you see young women going on social media or going to school or going anywhere else and proudly stating that she has an STD? She's had STDs before. What? Make a song called F My Baby Daddy While You Pregnant. What? So basically, you're further pushing the narrative of single mothers. And we're okay? Come on now.
We'll let Pookeisha get the limelight. We'll support it. We'll get behind it. We'll sing the trash music. We'll stream the trash music. We'll repost the trash music. We think it's funny, right? We think it's funny until you see the results that come from it. When you see the trickle-down effect effect of what comes from promoting that image of the person, of the people that you are, right? I'm not behind it. I don't support it. I don't respect it. It's disgusting. You cannot convince.
And she's not lying, and let me tell you how. So when I first started my YouTube journey, right? I started with another channel. This wasn't my first channel, but that channel was going to be just all empowerment. But I saw that I wasn't really getting any watches, like any follows or anything on the channel. So I sat back and I started watching what other people were doing. And I said, okay, so the thing that's in right now is covering these reality shows. All right. So I said, I'm going to start me another channel. So I sat and I said, okay, what am I going to call it? And I said, oh, I'm going to call it Champagne Secrets because that sounds sexy. But, you know, a little intriguing. So I sat, put it together, and I started covering baddies. And I started seeing my numbers. Watches more than subscribers. But I started seeing watches growing and growing. But then I started watching more and more of what the baddies had to offer, which was nothing but fighting. And I'm watching episode after episode after episode. And I'm thinking, okay, they're going to eventually get to the bag, you know. I'm going to see them really put these girls on and show them how to get money. Because, you know, if I had a show like that, you know, with the baddies, that's what I would do. Show them how to get money. Show them how to level up. Show them how to be in a meeting in a boardroom. Teach them how to get money. Teach them how to be in the right arenas. That's what I would do. But no, it was fight after fight after fight after fight after fight. And after a while, I said, you know what? I can't. No, I can't. I can't. I know this is what causes channels to grow, but I can't. I'm no longer willing to sacrifice who I am to put up with this trash. So I said, okay, let me step back. I can start, you know, reacting to the celebrities and all of that. So when I started reacting to the celebrities, I'm like, they just as bad as the reality shows. All of this is strategically set up to get us off focus and to get us focused on the negative narrative that they're trying to throw down our throats and force us to swallow. Which is handling everything with your fizz. Which is, ladies, if you want to get ahead, you got to use your body. That's what BBL culture is telling us. If you want to get ahead, you got to use your body. Because the bigger the butt gets, the bigger the breast get, the smaller the waist get, the smaller the clothes get. So now you're telling the younger generation, you're not going to be able to get ahead in life unless your body looks like this. This is the narrative. Looking like Asian blow-up dolls is the new narrative. And because nobody loves themselves, they sit back and allow social media to tell them what loving themselves should look like. But we don't see that that is the narrative that is being set by a Sexxy Red.
Real quick. So I'm supposed to be on a hiatus because I like to remove myself from social media and really just pour into me. But listen, a day or two ago, I posted that Sexxy Red was having a concert here in Chicago at the House of Blues, and it sold out within like minutes, right? And so, you know, people commented on it, and I just saw a comment from one of my mentees. She's been with me since she was in 7th grade. She's 25 now. And she was saying that she thought the post was a bit judgmental because her generation feels that Sexxy Red is authentic, and that's why they are drawn to her. and that a lot of her generation goes through like depression and suicidal ideations and things like that because of feeling like they're being judged by the older generations and things like that. Here's my response and here's my take. I've never been one of those people that's just going, I'm not going to pacify you. And their generation wants everything to be acceptable because they don't like correction. And I'm not that person. The reason I've been able to last this long in these streets and in my community is because I have to correct you when you're wrong. I have to let you know, like, you cross that line with me, you got to stay there. Because the issue is we are living in a society where when you tell people that you don't agree or you tell people something other than what they want to hear, now all of a sudden you're the bad guy. Well, that damn it, I'm going to be the bad guy. Because when you know better, you do better. I'm 38 years old, and there's no way I would have lasted 19 years out here doing this work if my mindset was still the way it was when I was 16, 17 years old. And because people don't want, this generation does not want to be corrected, there's no structure, there's no decorum. Because at what point in life did
watch this? And it's not only that. The bigger problem is the laws that are in a lot of these states are set up so that the parents no longer have control. I told y'all in the state that I lived in, at the age of 13, at the age of 12, a young lady has control over her own body. So you cannot take her to get birth control. You cannot take her to get checked. You cannot take her to have a pregnancy test. You cannot take her to do anything she does not want to do without her permission. In the same state, kids can steal cars. Kids can break in houses. Kids can rob people. And under the age of 18, all they get is a slap on the wrist and a ticket. And if they are put on house arrest, what they then do if the child leaves the house while they're on house arrest is they just pick them up and take them back home to their mother. These kids have no consequences. It is a spirit of defiance. Anybody that opposes how I feel and my view is considered an op. You are an op to me. Because that's the new word. You're an op to me. Because you don't see things my way. Everything with them is mine. These young women so hungry for money, they running up under these old men. Sponsors, as they call them. Running to OnlyFans. Because they know sex sells. So you selling your body and your soul for a few dollars? And we wonder why so many of our young people are depressed, why so many of our young people are borderline ready to unalive themselves. We wonder why so many of our young people are ready to throw in the towel. Because who's out there teaching them wisdom? Who's out there teaching them that everything that glitters ain't gold? Who's out there showing them a better way? Showing them a role model? Showing them how to work hard and play hard? Showing them how to invest their money in more than just their hair and their ass? And I saw Niecy B said earlier, the fathers are no longer in the home. Big facts. Big facts. Because you got too many people out here telling them that you don't need a father. I can raise this baby on my own. We don't need no man in the house. Yes, you do. A woman can't teach a man how to be a man. Stop. I don't care how much you say it. I don't care how much you want it to be true. You try to make it true. A woman cannot teach a man how to be a man. A woman can teach a man what kind of woman to look for by what she models in front of her son. She can teach him about cleanliness. But there's certain things about a man's body that has to come from a man. Our muscle structure is different. Our build is different. We sweat different. This is what happened when we lost our standards. Our morals. When we start letting music raise the kids. I'm starting to believe the doggone cell phones was a trap to turn our children into mindless zombies. Something happening, this internet gets shut off, these kids gonna lose it. You think they unalive and eat themselves now? Child.
Y'all think it was acceptable for a young woman to talk about her vagina like it was a revolving door? To talk about how she's had sexually transmitted diseases. Now, I talked about this yesterday with my daughter and my two nieces and two of their friends. They was all on the phone at the same time. And my daughter had them on the speakerphone. And I actually mentioned this to her. And when I said, this girl said she had chlamydia not once, but twice. And I said, now who would be proud of talking about contracting a sexually transmitted disease not once, but 2 times? And one of the girls said, wait, that's a disease? My point exactly. Who's having conversations? See, what I had to explain to her was, she's had people like me and her own mother to help her to understand how this life goes. See, she can separate the two, because she did say, you know, I can like and support somebody like Sexxy Red and not want to do what she's doing. That's you, right? Because you've had people in your life to help you to differentiate the two, right? But you're talking about a whole generation of young people. Nobody's telling them that this is not something that you want to digest and then go and act out. Because let me explain to y'all. The day before I posted that, I took my daughter, one of my other mentees from Hyde Park, and I think I took 4 or 5 of my boys to see Lil Baby at the United Center, right? We're at the concert. I let y'all know. As soon as we walk in, I lean up, I tell one of my guys, I say, man, son, it's at this very moment that I realized it's fucked up out here. I said, I mean, like, I understood it, but when I walked in and saw how them little girls, as a parent, I was just standing there like, how did y'all kids walk out the house like this? Then this was an all ages concert, so I'm in there watching grown men that was clearly old enough to be my daddy look at these little girls, try to talk to these little girls, and see, now these young girls, we gonna have this conversation later. They want these grown men to try to talk to them. That's their fantasy. Oh, y'all, the conversations I hear, they want these grown men to be up on them like that. So now I'm watching these grown ass men look at these little girls in the United Center. Then when you get in the UC, they got they panning the camera on the crowds. Her song come on. You got young girls making suggestive movements like they giving head in the camera. So they on the Jumbotron. They on the big screen doing this. They turning their asses up in the cameras, twerking in the cameras, cheeks all out, everything. I mean, them kids was in there drunk. They was high. They was smoking weed. It was all types of stuff. I was so, like, I was in there and I was like, all right, you got to relax. You in here now. You done brought the team, this and that. But one of the boys kept checking on me because they like, oh, gee, you uncomfortable? I'm like, it's not even really uncomfortable. It's low-key just kind of sad to see, because a lot of these parents, somebody openly let their kid walk out the house like this. And you can't tell me when these shorties walk in the crib that you can't smell the liquor and the weed and all of this stuff on them. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a decorum of these young women in that concert. And these was young girls. I ain't talking about the ones in their 20s too, but I'm talking about them girls that I know for a fact was in high school. I know for
There's no way my mother would have allowed me out the house the way some of these young girls leave out the house. And I look at them like, your mother allowed you to leave out the house like that? Makeup, eyelashes, 12, 13 years old. Weave, 12, 13 years old, going to school. Forcing your child to look older than your child should look. Children graduating 8th grade looking like they're graduating 12th. Fully made up. Babies. So we're teaching them at a young age to be overly sexual. Use your body. We're taking their innocence away from them. There's supposed to be an innocence with kids. Kids ain't supposed to know about sex till 12. Do they even still have sex education in school? They made us watch the video of the girl giving birth with no pain medicine. Showed the whole thing when we were in school. To show us this not what you want. But see, there's nobody instilling this into these kids now. We sit back and let Sexxy Red do it.
Fact they was in high school, because someone was stopping and talking to my daughter, and I'm like, but you can't tell anybody anything, because to them, oh, this is acceptable, this our generation, and that's cool, they can be y'all generation. But what y'all don't understand is, if y'all took the beat off of the songs that y'all listening to and just listen to the lyrics, is this something that you want to let your child listen to? Because at this point, a lot of these young girls, y'all got babies. Hello, y'all mamas now. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't straddle the fence. At this point, what you are doing is really kind of setting the tone. And because nobody wants to be challenged or corrected, there's no structure. And when there's no structure, any damn thing could happen. And that's what we're seeing. So no, I will not support Sexxy Red or any of these other rappers. I also understand that I see things that a lot of people don't see. I see how y'all daughters and these young girls is getting ran through out here for nothing, because they think it's cool, because they think it's acceptable. Y'all want everything to be acceptable. That's not life. That's not reality. And what you have to understand is there's a long-term effect to this. There's a long-term effect to the music that we are listening to the images and the people that are being put in front of our young people. If you think this ain't gonna play out somehow, now it might not be you personally, but it's gonna touch something or someone that you're connected to. And then what will you do? Because if you've accepted this behavior or not paid attention to this behavior for years, what do you think these babies gonna turn out to be? Because she making it seem like being a hoe is the thing to be, and they see her with money and jewelry, and she taking pictures with celebrities and all that shit. So this is what they think is cool. You know what I mean? Like, this is okay to them. Whole time, shorty, you can't tell me this girl ain't got some layered trauma to where she would think, oh, I'm gonna talk about my butthole, my vagina. I'm gonna talk about having STDs. I'm gonna talk about not using protection. Now, first of all, let's be clear. In my neighborhood alone, right? In my neighborhood alone, the STD rate for chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis has increased. Among who? Black females. Black females. Who's talking about that? And you have black females promoting hypersexuality. Listen, y'all can miss me with that. I'm definitely gonna be that person. I'm gonna speak my mind. You don't have to like it, but I'm not gonna bite my tongue to make you comfortable in a space that I'm not comfortable in. That's not how life works. Y'all don't want to talk about, homosexuality. Y'all don't want to talk about trans people. Y'all don't want to talk about whatever it is. Y'all don't want to talk about these girls out here promoting being hoes. Y'all don't want to talk about none of that. Everything is a battle. It's not a battle. The truth is, y'all living in a generation that's being saturated with foolishness. And baby, when you have to be the mother to the kids that's being raised by this music, I bet you your tune change. I bet you your tune change. Because now you have to deal with that reality. So all I'm saying is, I don't support her, won't support her. No, I'm not going to change my views to soften the blow. Somebody got to get y'all ass the real. And it's going to be me. Tap in.
I agree with her. No lies found. And that's why I say this generation is in trouble, because everybody wants to push this whole culture. For women, young girls, all the dances are sexualized. They just having fun. I'm trying to figure out a way to say it on YouTube. Listen, y'all already know what happens when you start rubbing against, you know what I mean. You know what happens. She gonna get excited. He gonna get excited. They're not thinking about protection. These kids are impulsive. They don't use wisdom. I had a conversation with my daughter once and my niece, my mom. And I told them, I said, what y'all have to understand is my mother came from a different generation. I came from a different generation. With my mama's generation, their parent was the ultimate say. If mama said do it, you better do it and ask no questions. Our generation still had that much respect for our parents, even though we were going to try a little stuff here and there to kind of see what we could get away with. But our parents still were the ultimate say. If my parent told me not to do something because it didn't feel right for her, I was going to listen because I knew my mama knew something that I didn't know. This generation is the I gotta see generation. You tell them no, they're gonna do it because they gotta see. This is the show me generation. They don't believe nothing until they see it. I told my niece and my daughter, I said, let me show you the difference between my generation and your generation. I said, see, all my mama would have to do is tell us, don't go out that door up 3 blocks and to the left. There's a giant hole right over there. And if you go that way, you're going to die. We wasn't even going up the street 3 blocks. We was finna go to the right 4 blocks. Then we was going up the street 4 blocks. Then we was going to cut back around. We was avoiding that section by any means necessary, simply because mama said, if you go up that street 3 blocks and turn left, it's a hole right there. You're going to die. Not this generation. This generation is going to purposely go up the street 3 blocks and turn left to see if there's a hole right there. And if it is, if they will die. This is that generation. This is the generation that doesn't fear death. So if they don't fear death, they don't fear consequences. This is that generation. Nothing is real to them. Everything's a party. Progressive one said, Empress, we test the waters. They go to the deep and splash and put names. I'm just... But then they want to come running to you when it all go bad, looking for somebody to save them. And we go back here because this is what's being promoted to our young girls. This was being promoted. And you know the young girls are going to get it. Have fun having that conversation with your teenager. Have fun having a conversation about why they can't have this because of the names that she chose to put on the back. Nothing cute to make the little girls feel like princesses. Diamond princesses. Platinum princesses. No. Even if she would have called it hood princesses. Understood, because she a little hood. She ratchet. But the most disgusting and vile names you can think of? Once again, promoting sex. Every last one of those have to do with sex. And this is what's being promoted to our children. Welcome to the Chalet, Father Lock. Welcome in, welcome in. If y'all have not been to Father Lock's channel, y'all listen. I went over there the other day, press pause from talking about this child because she stressed me out. But I went to Father Lock's channel. You know, I showed you guys that clip from the Hell House documentary. And there we go. Yeah, I'm still learning StreamYard. Bear with me. But I went to his channel because he said he was familiar with the story. So I went over there and watched it. Y'all, I was hooked like glue. I was hooked like glue in this story. Like, where is part 2? It was so good. So if you into horror and paranormal, because I'm like highly into paranormal, like very much so. Go over and check out Father Lock's channel. Father Lock, make sure you drop your link in the chat so the people know where to find you at. I think you can just click on his name, but definitely go follow. But yeah, these are the kids here. This is what our kids are being introduced to. And as I stated in the beginning, you have to always remember, lip gloss is marketed to children. If it would have been lipstick, it would have been like, oh, okay, you know, she being funny with lipstick for grown women. No, this is lip gloss for children. Because that's her target audience. Why do you think she kept going to high school? Of all the places that she could go and promote her music. High schools? With your impressionable teens who are just learning their bodies. Who are just becoming familiar with their bodies. And this is what's being shoved down their throat. Sex on my period. Explain that one. I'm just outdone. But our youth are in trouble. They're in trouble if somebody doesn't decide to step up and say, okay, y'all, let's figure out how to change the narrative. How do we flip the script on this behavior? How? How do we save our young people before it's too late? How do we do that? Who's going to do that? But they keep pushing this narrative and pushing this narrative in front of everybody. Your babies, your grandkids. And she just making money on top of money on top of money. And people think it's all jealousy. Oh, y'all saying that because y'all jealous. It has nothing to do with jealousy. It has to do with the fact that we see the outcome of this. We see what happens in the long run. When these same hypersexualized kids start screwing like jackrabbits because you know that they're not using protection, and then they start popping out babies when you're not even old enough to get a job. So how are you going to take care of it? So guess what? The cycle perpetuates again. Because this is what we push. Because not only are the kids into it, the parents are saying, just leave that girl alone. I see nothing wrong with it. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. We so lost. I mean, for real, y'all. As a people, we are really lost. And I don't know when it happened. I told y'all, did it happen during the pandemic? Was that when it happened? Was that when we lost our ever-living mind? Was during the pandemic? Was that it? It's got to be something. Because how did Sexxy Red fly to the top of the charts? Singing about literally nothing. About screwing and asses and coochies. And that's all the music is. This ain't even music. It's like those love spells that we talked about in the other video. They got our kids in a damn trance. And it's going from one to the next, to the next, to the next. Let me look at some of y'all comments. Because this is sad. Progressive One said, this is the problem these young girls want. The scrub, the one that looks unshowered. That is what they want. They don't want him if he ain't hard, if he ain't in the street, if he ain't a thug. They don't want to be treated like ladies and queens. They want to be treated like hoes. They want to be choked. They want to be dogged out. They want to be called itches and hoes. That's what turns them on. That's what they're excited by. My kids and grandkids' lips would be dry as ever using Carmex before I let them use something Sexxy Red made. I'm just saying, where's the standards? Where's the parents teaching their kids standards? No, this is not something you want to model yourself after. This is not something you want to be singing. This isn't somebody you want to represent you. Someone who brags about the fact of having doggone STDs. And this is y'all idol. Come on now. Pushing it around every corner. Media and clothing as well as music. Everywhere. Just telling our kids to be over-sexualized. Telling our kids that sex sells. That's why the minute they get some money, they run in to get a BBL. They going to fix something else on their body. Because they know sex sells. So if I have the right body, I can sell this body. I can sell sex and make money. What do you think the Instagram models are? Selling sex. OnlyFans. Selling sex. We're allowing them to sell this whole culture to our kids. Again, I say, because too many parents are trying to live vicariously through them. They're living through them because they're able to do something they were never able to. And I don't want to stop you because at least I get to watch you having a life that I wish I could have. But because I had a mama with standards, I had a mama that set boundaries. I couldn't live F nigga free. I couldn't live the hotel. Because our parents was telling us to make something of yourself. Use your brain. Use the gifts that God placed on the inside of you. Maximize the moment. Do something with your time. Do something constructive. Don't sit in front of the computer all day. Don't sit on the phone all day. Find a book. Read a book. Get some paper. Write. Y'all listen, when I was young, I did it all. I can draw. I can paint. I write poetry. I write stories. I have 3 books self-published. Because I was taught at a young age, do something constructive with your time. Don't sit around being idle, because my mom always told me an idle mind is the devil's workshop. And I didn't need the devil playing in my head, so I made sure my head stayed busy. These kids have no boundaries. They receive no correction. They receive no parenting. I got whoopings. I'm okay. I bet you it taught me what not to do again. Not these kids. These kids unaliving their parents for disciplining them. I was looking at a story the other day that I'm gonna cover. This young boy stole his dad's car. And to keep from being disciplined by his dad, he went to his house, unalived his dad, I believe his mom or stepmom, whichever one she was, his sister, and chased his brother down the street to unalive him, but the brother ended up surviving. Because they can't handle discipline. They can't handle no. And the first thing they'll tell you, you not my mama. Clearly your mama ain't telling you shit. Somebody needs to act like your mama. These kids have no boundaries. They have no limits because they don't have parents setting them. When I was younger, my stepdad would tell me all the time, I'm telling you, you're beautiful. He would tell me I was beautiful all the time. He would always tell me and my sister, if a man don't make you feel the way your daddy make you feel or better, he is not the one. Guess what? When I had kids and had sons and daughters, I would tell them, you're so handsome. You're so beautiful. Do you know why? Because my dad told me, I want you to always hear this from me first, so you'll never get excited because you hear another man saying it to you. So I was never giddy about a man telling me I was beautiful. Why? Because my daddy told me I was beautiful. I know that. You ain't telling me something my daddy ain't told me. But where is that? Oh, I know. Because parents is calling their kids bitches and hoes now. And MFs. And tramps. They're not instilling wisdom. They teaching them how to twerk. They're not telling them go to school and be the best that you can be. They're not really sitting them down and telling them about the emotional ties that happen with sex that you're not ready for because your body and your intellect and your emotions are still developing and you haven't even learned how to control your emotions yet. So you definitely don't need to introduce something like sex to it because it's definitely going to throw your emotions out of whack. Who's sitting these babies down and being real with them? Come on, y'all. Our babies are in trouble. This is what I'm going to say. I'm definitely, as you can tell, not a supporter of Sexxy Red or Sukiyana or anyone who sells sex to or violence, because that's the other one we're going to have to start getting in, selling sex and violence to our young people. So they're either going to die from STDs or they're going to die from gun violence. And we don't see the problem with this. We don't even see what's happening before our very eyes. I'm going to put out two fast ways to get y'all out of here. Sex and guns. And it's being shoved down our kids' throat left and right. From the music and everything else. That's all you see. Those are the models that our kids are modeling themselves after. And the fact of the matter was, if America really cared about the kids, they would ban doggone guns in the United States of America. Get rid of them. Ban this music in the United States. Anything that has to do with any illegal activity should be banned. That's my opinion. Because these kids can't tell the difference between art and real life. Hell, they can't tell the difference between reality TV and reality. That's the sad part. They think everything is lights, camera, action. Do you know why? Because social media. All I gotta do is go live. Instagram, TikTok, hell, YouTube. All I gotta do is go live. So everything is lights, camera, action. These kids don't even know what's real anymore. Y'all. But that's all I have for this one. Consider hitting that like button for me. If you enjoyed the live on tonight, consider joining the Champagne Gang and the FizzFam. Become a confidant. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified. Fight and you live to see another day. So many facts, Nisi. So you'll be notified when we jump into whichever sector we jump into for another show. You can also join the channel in one of our newly introduced membership packages. There are 3 different tiers. Either one that you join, you're going to be more than welcome. And we'd love to have you. And if you're not sure just yet, don't worry about it. We'll leave the light on for you. Thank you for joining me in tonight's live, where we're talking about the danger of hoe culture, the influences on our younger generation, the danger of this defiant generation that we happen to be dealing with right now, where everything is about being defiant. And we're going to have more of these conversations. We definitely will. I try to have them all as an open panel for people who want to come up and have something to say. Share your opinion. Something that you went through. For real. But Champagne Gang, always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till we meet again. Ta-ta.